That is indeed the cure. Please, give it to me.
Hello and welcome back, guys, to another episode of .hack Infection here on GameAnyone.com. I'm your host, like normal, Zakiri Jokum. And we're trying to find a cure for Piros' ailment, you'd say? Yeah, we'll go with ailment. But anyway, today, well, we're helping Piros with his ailment. What am I talking about? Whatever. Same dungeon. Check the treasure chests. I mean, you shouldn't check any of them on the first floor. There's nothing up there on the first floor. Not at all. No, don't even bother. Sorry if I'm coughing and it kind of distracts you. I think I might have gotten something from my sister. She's been sick the last couple days, and so yeah. It's a wonder I didn't get sick that often in college. But I get sick once I come home. At least I can still do this. Wow. Probably pop at all those out if I remember. Just should write a note to myself right now. Not pay attention to combat or anything. Sled dogs, new enemy that we saw, is actually a fire elemental than an ice elemental, which you would have first thought since it was a sled dog, but nope, it is fire elemental. Breathes fire. Quite annoying, actually. It tends to almost kill me in this part, if you've seen before. Luckily, the ailment that Piros has does not seem to affect how good he is at combat. Being an axe user, he tends to be fairly proficient at taking down enemies. It only changes his color. Nobody wants to be pink forever. So... the true remedy, thank you!
That must be it! Please give it to me! I feel a little stronger.
I do not think the phrase that he used, I feel a little stronger, actually applies to anything. I don't think he has higher attack. I didn't check for sure. If you know for sure, please correct me. But I believe he is exactly the same strength that he was before. Ooh, a treasure chest. The death. Like I said before, the scrolls aren't very useful. You have the fool, you have and so on. I believe this is a 4-floor dungeon. It might be a 5-floor dungeon. So 5-floor dungeon, no boss, beast statue at the end, like normal. But not the point of going to the dungeon. The point of going to the dungeon was to find Piros' cure. Actually, I think it's a floor 4 dungeon, because in that upper, the on the right and kind of on the second row there is a treasure chest at the end of the hallway. In a small room, which I'm assuming is the beast statue. So I'm guessing it's a smaller, or it's a shorter room than I thought of. And yes, a golden egg! I need the golden eggs, sorry. Golden eggs are one of the best grunty food, and you use them a lot when trying to train an actual, specific grunty. You tend to use 7 to 11, golden eggs. And that's because they only affect size by 2, rather than by 1 and other stats. A
This
fine
must be the
remedy.
one. I'm sure it is.
Or the first remedy. Wait, I think it did it.
Oh!
No, never mind. It didn't do
Well,
it.
almost.
And so the search continues. Also, I think today I will be doing... Ooh, wait, those are bad. Other than not much else, I think I'm going to do a double header today, and I think I'll start to try to do that. It'll be quite easier, because I'll start to have to... I just got some of those! Start to have to do live commentary, or I'm going to do live commentary, because... okay. Good trading out. Rather than post commentary like this is, because it tends to be more entertaining, and I'll probably think of more things to say when I'm just running around, and so on. Actually, that is an improvement. I don't know what Gone Cruise does, and I don't know what Gondon is, but I don't know quite what language this is in, or remember what it has to do, but if I had to guess, because it's a Fire Drake male, and then it's Vaughn, I think it is a fire spell. Alright. Raccoon ear cap. I wish these actually changed appearance. Because it would be hilarious to see Kite running around with a raccoon ear cap. But luckily, Mistral can wear it too, so... And she equipped it. Good! Good. So, where could the final one be? We searched through the entire dungeon. It can't be anywhere else but the final dungeon. Well, I guess Piros is just stuck to being orange. That's just what we have to deal with. Sorry, you're gonna be orange. Or we can check the rest of the first floor like we didn't do the first time. Don't use a fairy's orb. It does refresh the entire dungeon, and if you're good at guessing where it might be, the
Invisible egg.
the treasure chest we're probably looking for is probably in the direction I am going at this moment. But because it's probably there, let's go to the one where it has 2 or 3 treasure. I can't tell if that's 2 or 3, but I think it's 2. It's 3. It will not be there. You should take all the plunder. Oh, hey, there's the remedy. Forgot about that. Did it work?
I'm back!
Good for you.
Yes, I'll give you this to show my appreciation.
Piros' diary? I forget.
May the stars
Oh, it's
shine
been a long
upon
time
you.
since I've played this game. That shall not be continued, but... Anyway, back at Makanu. I forgot it was in the 3 room. I should have gone the other way. But we wouldn't have known that if you were actually playing. Anyway, continuing on, because that's where I had a stopping point. We are going to the Highland City to do another thing that was sent to us on the boards, which is for finding Lady Gardenia. But why don't we add Shijuro to our party? He's actually level 15, which is very surprising. Which means he probably could have soloed the dungeon that we got the sword from by himself. But...
Hey,
We don't wanna make it too hard on him. And since we just got a whole bunch of trading material, we can get an Inferno Wand, which then we can hopefully trade to Mistral to get something better, or give it to her, and then, because I like Mistral. Because she's awesome. While giving Chijuro mountain guards. Except for, I guess he doesn't need that. What do you have, Chijuro? Chijuro! Speak to me! Chijuro! Zero Katana. Oh, that's his first level. And the Katetsu is a level 8. It's rare, which means it does even better. I don't exactly remember what rare does, other than it makes a cool effect while you walk. And it's slightly stronger than normal. Yeah. I don't remember.
This is so...
Would you like an Inferno Wand?
Thanks! I'll take it!
Yes, you would. Good. I hate wasting equipment and stuff like that, because he didn't need the mountain guard. But we're going to go to Soft Solitary. Actually, I'll wait until it pops up again. Going to Soft Solitary Tripansy, which is our, well, not our first wood dungeon, but our first kind of strange field like this. That wood is usually the one that has these strange fields, where it's kind of a dungeon inside a dungeon, because there is an actual dungeon later. But this is where we get a very elusive grunty food. But also, since we're in a wood domain, brings up the question of the day. The question of the day today is, what is your favorite element or attribute in gaming? And by that, I don't mean, like, what exactly do they use? Juro's just going to beat the crap out of them. I mean, like, wood, fire, lightning, water, ice, so on. What is your favorite element, or typing, or attribute, or whatever you want to call it? I made a kind of short list. And you can do it like me, where you don't have one surefire, this is my favorite, because I don't have one surefire, this is my favorite. But when I like wood a lot, or plant, grass. Just being able to control nature, really cool. Like, also usually use a lightning a lot, or ice. Those are my three favorite, and then the other two after that would be fire and darkness, depending on how they're used. Darkness can be cool, fire can be cool, but I like the other ones because wood, one, can mean a lot of different things. It could be a plant, but here's the elusive grunty fruit, the piney apple, which we needed some. Because it could mean like a wind element, kind of like in this game. It's a kind of plant, nature element, but also wind, and a lot of other things. That usually is fun. Like Mega Man Battle Network also has it kind of as wind, as well as other stuff, which I find is cool. Lightning is just interesting, and ice is also just interesting because usually if you have ice, you also have control over water, and that's probably another one of my favorite ones is control over water, because you can basically do anything. Actually, I would say that complete control over water would be my favorite element ability, because you, technically, if you had complete control, you could manipulate plants, you could manipulate ice, you could make a whole set of armor out of ice, which you could then have your sword and then dodge through other other weapons. So if you had a sword, sword of ice, you wouldn't be affected by electricity as much if you change stuff to ice. Because if I remember right, ice's conductivity is pretty low. Yeah, it's just cool. But most games don't have it like that. Most games are just like, I shoot water spell. Choosh.
You look pretty tough. Please give this to Miss Gardenia.
No,
Okay.
I don't want it.
It's not for you. Please be careful with it. And don't you dare throw it away.
Anyway, we're in the actual dungeon now, and we have to deliver something to Lady Gardenia. Grudgingly deliver something to Lady Gardenia. I don't think the fangirls get it. If Lady Gardenia didn't want the rest of them to follow them, why would we be invited to follow her? Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, if you want to comment on your favorite element, please do in the comment section below. Also, if you are an LPer or walkthrough or video game guide person like I am, please join me on Google+, where I'm trying to set up a Game Anyone Google Plus page, because they don't have one at the moment, and I think they should. Link to that will be in the video description of both Game Anyone and YouTube, as well as on my Tumblr as well as a link to my Tumblr if you would like to join that as well. Why do we always have to do errands? That's one thing I have to ask video game creators. Why do you always have the main characters do random errands? Why can't they just be normal people? Well, I guess normal people do random errands in hopes that they'll actually get something out of it. Like, really, we're doing this not because we're the hero. We're doing this because we're hoping that we can get something out of it. Like possibly a new good party member.
You seem to have no manners.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you Miss Gardenia?
Yes, I am. What do you want?
Someone asked me to give this letter to you.
Someone?
I guess she's a fan of yours.
No, thank you.
Please just take the frickin' letter. But anyway, next time we'll continue on finding Lady Gardenia.